Honestly, not gonna lie, if I was Nina, the moment I see Johan, open fire. Instantly. 100%. Don't listen to anything he says. Don't even give him a chance to talk. Just immediately open fire. Not even a question. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to some more Monster. Now, before you call me out on it, yes, that is my air conditioner running in the background. I'm sure you can hear it, but it is what it is. Also, as a quick little note, I probably will not be able to record as much in the next maybe week or so, week or two, maybe, give or take. I'll try to record whenever I can, however, I am in a real-life scenario where I am just not able to record as much at the moment. Even now, I have to record in the middle of the night due to reasons, which I am not gonna get into. But my point is that, why the fuck is it still so goddamn hot in the middle of the night? God, if you're listening, fuck you. Anyway, we are back with episode 66. That's right. We learned the apprentice's name. I believe it is Christoph, probably with 2 F's. I could be wrong, but, you know, essentially we left off with a big cliffhanger, you might say. Basically, Ava confronted the apprentice, they had a little scuffle, and then Tenma showed up and probably shot him. Now, they left it off as, like, you heard the gunshots, but you didn't actually see what happened, and I assume that they basically just Tenma probably shot the gun out of his hand and then shot him in the arm or something, right? Like, I just assume that they're not going to have Tenma kill anybody. That's just how it is, right? We also had Nina meet up with PETAH. PETAH, let's just say he's looking a little kind of, you know, depressed after his encounter with Johan. And now is probably going to tell Nina about how she was made, aka the birds and the bees, as they say. In any case, let's just get right into it. Jesus. That was quick. Welcome home.
The man was Czechoslovakian, but of German descent.
Oh my god, he was.
He was the son of a family that remained in Bohemia after the Second World War. A soldier who graduated from a military academy.
Oh my god, he was.
On his way to a promising career for the good of his nation's future. His name? His name is not important.
God damn it.
The woman was the only daughter of a grade school teacher in Moravia. She was very beautiful with blonde hair.
Oh my god, she was.
She attended the University of Brno and majored in genetic engineering. Her teachers were fond of her and envisioned a bright future for her. Her name? Her name is not important.
God damn it.
The two of them met at a cafe in Prague.
I'm trying to, like, I'm about to write the name down, and then they're like, it's not important.
Before they fell in love. Soon afterward, the woman became pregnant. Then
She's got that decently sized schnoz on her.
This was his duty, he said. Race, intellect, charisma, physical ability. Many factors were taken into account in selecting proper couples to create children. The experiment was conducted with hundreds of similar pairs, and they were merely one of many. The man had followed the orders of the scenario and had performed his duty, but now he had no intention of complying with those orders. The two of them attempted to escape.
Interesting. I'm not entirely sure, but I feel like I'm remembering some sort of historical, like, story or something somewhere where that kind of showed or told of this thing that happened where back in those days where they would essentially kind of do that, where like the government or some kind of body of power essentially started determining, like, couples, which, again, I don't really know if it did actually happen or it was just a story that I read somewhere at some point many years ago. But if that is true, if like, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know history. I'm not a big history buff, but there could be some truth to it. And that's cool. Kind of fucked up, but, you know, cool nonetheless.
The man said he wasn't going to follow their plan anymore. But even their attempt at escape had been anticipated. The woman was carried off and confined to an unknown room.
Just let me see him.
He's been assigned to a very important new mission.
Just let me see him.
He's dead.
He has been assigned to an important new mission.
The woman said over and over, "Just let me see him. Just let me see him." The woman knew that he was no longer alive.
Indeed.
The life in her stomach was growing steadily. She was carrying twins.
Turn your head this way.
The man who drew her pregnant form in his sketchbook was none other than the man who was responsible for the whole operation.
I won't forgive you, ever. Come what may, I will never forgive you. Even if I die, the children growing inside of me will get revenge. I promise you this.
You say the most amusing things.
Congratulations, Franz. You are not the father.
When she was placed in an isolation ward to calm the pangs of labor, she made her move.
What move was that? Pray tell. Oh, she escaped.
Although the air duct opening was only 20 to 30 centimeters wide, and her heavy body was racked with labor pains, she pulled herself along and escaped through the ventilation system.
Damn. She's got skills.
She collapsed on the street, only a few hundred feet from the main gate. Her water had already broken.
My word, what beautiful
PETAH.
children. So these are the special children selected to lead the future of humanity. Wonderful.
I've thought of names for the babies.
That is quite unnecessary.
I've thought of names for them. The names I'd like them to have.
They don't need them.
They're children. So you have to give each of them a name. Please give them a name.
No, it's all
Oh?
right. You see, they have no need for names.
Well, is it even possible to live in the modern day without a name? I'm not talking about, like, realistically. I'm talking about, like, even if you don't have a name, you're gonna be called something, right? Like, I don't think our society is established in a way where you don't have individuality. Where you don't have, like, something to be called by, if that makes sense. Even if you don't have a name, they'd still call you, like, oh, this person, or that person, right? You, right? You're still eventually going to be called something. As much as they want to say, oh, they don't need names, because, you know, they're like special children. It's like, come on.
Asked me where he was.
Is Bonaparte still alive?
I won't forgive you, ever. Come what may, I will never forgive you. Even if I die, the children growing inside of me will get revenge.
You know, the better question, I think, is I would love to know how Franz became how he is, right? Because, like, we can kind of attribute Johan's condition, Johan's what's the word? Johanness, the way Johan is, right? We can kind of attribute that to Franz's upbringing, maybe, right? 511 Kinderheim, stuff like that, right? Like, just in general, some sort of, like, brainwashing. Now, we could also say that, you know, Johan would have turned out this way anyway, but at the same time, I think the problem, or not the problem, basically, like, I want to know what the origin is, right? Where did the whole brainwash thing come from in the first place? Who was the originator? You know, if we were saying Franz was the originator, then I'd like to see how Franz became what he is, right? Was he just born like that? Was he just born this kind of, like, evil genius that figured out how to start, like, brainwashing people and, like, writing these brainwashing books and stuff like that? Like, the real question is, how did Franz come to be?
I promise you this.
Bonaparte is still alive, isn't he?
Yep, Bonaparte is still alive.
You should ask Johan for the answers. He is here.
That was a good, like, halfway point, I guess.
Some doctor you are. There's a hospital up ahead.
Told ya.
If you tell me
Fucking
where
told
it
ya.
is, I'll take you there. If you don't talk right now, you'll die from blood loss. I can't tell you what I don't know.
You know, all right. Tell us.
You're some doctor. First thing you do is shoot me. Then you threaten to let me bleed to death instead of saving me.
Well, yeah, we need information, you dumbass.
Tell me where he is!
Tell us right now. Hurry!
Can't tell you what I don't know. Ava. There's a payphone over there. Call the hospital and tell them there's an injured person in this car who needs immediate attention.
What? Are you out of your mind? He's about to tell us where to find Johan!
We're out of time. His life's in danger. Call them. Quickly.
Did he get Ava out of the car so that, you know, she wouldn't be involved anymore? And is gonna take Christoph, or whatever his name is, and threaten him even more, or something?
Life once again. You're incapable of killing anybody. Just can't help yourself.
True.
He's been waiting to see you. I'll tell you where he is, but go alone.
Kenzo, the hospital is sending an ambulance right away. Let's get out of here now. Where's Kenzo?
He's gone. He left a message for you.
No, he didn't.
I can't get you involved any further. I've already ruined your life. I'm very sorry. And I hope you find happiness.
I mean, part of me is like, yeah, kind of what Tenma would say. But at the same time, I hope you find happiness? Really? Come on. There's no way, there's no fucking way in hell he's gonna say that, okay? Hell no. Hell no, brother.
Why are you crying now?
Yeah, why is she crying now? I mean, I kinda understand, but, you know, still.
I don't get it. I just don't get it.
She should probably leave before they come here. Especially with the gun. Honestly, not gonna lie, if I was Nina, the moment I see Johan, open fire. Instantly. No, obviously, they're probably not gonna do that, right? But if I was in her position, I'd be like, Johan is a master manipulator. 100%. Don't listen to anything he says. Don't even give him a chance to talk. Just immediately open fire. Not even a question.
Johan. Welcome home.
So was it that Nina was the one who got taken at first? That's why she has memories of PETAH and stuff like that, right? And then when she escaped, or, you know, ran back to the three frogs, she came through the door and saw herself because Johan was disguised as her, right? Maybe? And then they put the fire, and then they escaped, right? And then crossed the border, and then so on and so forth. If Johan was already that smart, that young, then I'm like, okay, like, did he even get brainwashed at all? Or was he just freaky like that from the beginning?
You must have been terribly hungry.
This way.
What should we do?
What do you mean, honey?
Those children. What if they don't have parents to take care of them?
Even if they do, there must be some reason they ran away.
They're dead. They're 100% dead.
Kids.
Because didn't Nina say, as a child, when, you know, before she shot him, that, oh, did you also kill every other person who has taken care of us so far? You know, like, I'd imagine these two will also die.
Anyway, I think we should call the police.
The Popo. Oh, I think we should call the police. And then Johan probably heard that and was like, gotta take him out. Gotta take him out.
I told you, didn't I? I have a plan, a good one. Let's go.
How'd he kill them, though?
Wait for me.
Yeah. It's not like he has a gun. Or maybe he does. Like a knife? I mean, the reason I ask these things is because they're like 5 years old or something, right? Like they're like 5 to like 8 years old or something. And I'm like, would I lose a fight to an 8-year-old, even if they had a knife and I didn't have anything? Would I lose a fight to an 8-year-old? Honestly, potentially. Like if they had a knife and they straight up just ran at me and tried to stab me, I mean, especially if they're like smart, especially if they're like, you know, they're not like totally stupid. I can't just swing my leg at them, right? Even if I could, they just get up right away and then just run at me and stab me, right? I could probably knock them the fuck out, but after getting stabbed or something.
Finally meet. That time.
But still.
When I escaped from Red Rose Mansion and arrived back at the Three Frogs.
Okay, so it was Johan.
This time, it's my turn to say, welcome home.
You came to kill. You killed the Fortners. You killed the Lieberts. Anyone who came into our lives.
You killed every single person who had ever treated us kindly! All of them! You murdered all those people!
Oh, yeah, I was just saying what a great day this is. Perfect weather out there.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry, sir, but...
Yeah?
Could you go just a little faster?
I'm so confused. Well, okay, not that confused, but it's just kind of weird to me, right? That they still kind of have his face in the shadows. The fact that we haven't seen Franz at all, even though he's supposedly alive, and then the fact that even now, even though we've seen Johan many times, they for some reason still decide to have his face in shadow. Why? It's just a little bit weird, you know. I'm just asking the question, like, why? What, at this point, like, we know what Johan looks like. Why hide his face in the shadow? There's no reason to anymore.
Are you going to shoot me, like you did back then?
That's right. And that will be the end to all of this.
The end. What exactly is the end? The end. The end. The end. The end. The end. I've seen the end. Over and over. What is the end?
This is... You're going to die. And so am I. You've seen it. What exactly did you see? Tell me! What did you see?
I guess they wanted to do his face reveal.
No. Do you? I'll tell you about it. It's something that's truly horrifying.
Shit's getting weird. Shit's getting really weird. So this thing at the end here, I'm confused as to which one of them actually got taken and then they escaped. I'm actually... Because even though Johan said that day when I escaped the Red Rose Mansion and then you were there to greet me, it's like, no, I don't think so. I think it was actually Nina that got taken. And then she escaped. That's why she remembers all these things. That's why she remembers being cut by the red roses, right? The thorns, as she was escaping. This is Nina, 100%. The other one is Johan, you know, standing there creepily in the middle of the room, smiling, being all like, "Welcome back," you know. It's just like, come on. But it's almost like maybe Johan like brainwashed Nina into thinking that it was him that got taken rather than her or something. Because I always found it a little bit weird that, maybe I'm thinking too deep into this, but I always found it a little bit weird how Nina was like trying to remember where to go when trying to find the Red Rose Mansion, right? She was like, "Oh, Johan described it to me." It's like, no, I don't think so, right? Because she had like visions of like PETAH and like whatever else, right? It just like didn't really make sense to me. So I think most likely that it was Nina that probably got taken and then escaped. And then maybe Johan tried to convince her that and brainwash her into thinking that it was him that got taken and like the roles were reversed basically. Probably. Why he would do that? Probably to like spare her the pain or something. I don't know. But as I said, you know, like if I was Nina, I would just open fire. Just open fire. I'm actually a little bit surprised that Franz didn't turn out to be the father, because I kind of expected, you know, Johan's effect to be genetic, kind of. But apparently it wasn't. Maybe Johan just was, I don't know, some sort of child prodigy. It's kind of hard to tell exactly how old the children were, like in scenes like this. I want to say like 6, 7 or so, right? And then by the time they got to the beginning of the story, where Nina shot Johan and then went to the hospital, went to the bathroom, and went to the hospital, and then maybe they were like 10 years old then, right? I think they were 10 or 11 or something, and then another 9 or 10 years went by, and then they were like 20 or so, right? So here they'd probably be maybe like 6, 7, give or take. Even now, even though Johan is like, what is the end? The end, the end, the end. Apparently, if Nina is right, he doesn't even know. He really doesn't even know. I'm still expecting some sort of big revelation, legitimately. I'm expecting some sort of big revelation of like, the one who was truly evil wasn't Johan. It was Nina. Dun dun dun, or something. In any case, I hope you enjoyed watching episode 66 of Monster with me, and I guess I'll see you next time. Hopefully, we get more insight as to what the fuck is going on with Johan. In any case, yeah, next time.